All right, guys, I'm gonna have to be honest. I fucked up. I really screwed up. About 1 year ago, I released my first ever YouTube video. And that video was actually about, how you should stop watching video after video, stop overcomplicating, stop thinking about the things you want to do, and just start. Right? I literally said, after this video, close your laptop, and do the one thing that you've been procrastinating. Start that business. Start going to the gym. Start eating clean. Stop smoking. Stop drinking. Whatever it is. And I think one of the hardest things to do is to actually listen to your own advice, because 1 year ago I knew what I wanted to do in terms of this, helping people, coaching, personal branding, and I knew one of the things, for example, which I needed to do is to actually release at least one YouTube video a week. Now, if you look back at all my videos, I think I released like 5 or 6 videos, and then I stopped, and then I released like 1 or 2 more, and I stopped. And basically I just wasn't taking my own advice. I knew exactly what I had to do to bring my coaching business to the next level, to grow my personal brand, and I just didn't do it, right? And it actually pisses me off because it's just stupid. I basically lost a year, and it wasn't until about a month ago when I was talking in my Facebook group about this thing, right? I basically said, listen, everyone within my Facebook group is just starting their business or they're trying to scale it. What's holding you back? Why aren't you taking action? What? And everybody said, oh yeah, I'm trying to get more knowledge in. I'm not sure which niche to pick. I'm doing some more research. And I literally said, stop doing all that, stop thinking too much and just start reaching out within that niche, right? Get feedback, so or just start your business right now. You have the knowledge, you already know more than this, 50-year-old entrepreneur that you're talking to because you grew up with a mobile phone, for example. And at that point, I sort of started realizing, like, okay, so I know that what I have to do. I know that I actually have to, bring out content, create more groups, create more other things to bring my coaching business to the next level. And I haven't been doing it. So that sort of hurts, when you realize that you've been telling everyone what to do, and you haven't been taking your own advice. But I think that sort of strikes a core and a big problem as well, because we often live within some sort of a box. Now, if I look at myself, I'm currently in my office of my web development company. And, the company is going, it's going well. We're doing good. We're growing, we're really full. And it's just easy to sort of stick with that, right? It's easy to, to just think, okay, I'll spend my time here. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I knew that I wanted to create this personal brand and create this coaching business. But I was within my little box and just sitting here and doing things. I thought, I'll create a video next week, or I'll do some more research about personal branding, about coaching, how to really set it up. So 1 year later, not that much had happened. So I was actually with Iman a couple of weeks ago, and he literally asked me like, Bob, I just don't understand. Why aren't you, and that was before I had the first Facebook group. Why aren't you creating those groups you were talking about? Why aren't you doing high-level consultancy? Why aren't you creating those funnels that we discussed? And that's something that you need, right? Because again, we're within our box, and it's so easy to stay there, but we just need someone to look over our shoulder and be brutally honest with us. So I think it's, to me, seeing what they do, hearing where they want to go, and then sort of analyzing, okay, so what are the steps that you have to take, and then, go for it and push them. That's one thing. But to sort of hold that mirror in front of yourself and say, this is what I should be doing, and keeping yourself accountable to do that is so much more difficult. So an important thing to do, well, there's a couple of things. First of all, if you want to start a business, if you want to start going to the gym, if you want to start eating clean, stop drinking, whatever it is, right? Do it, start. Right? There's no reason, except if you need a big investment for a company, which I would, not really recommend if you're a young entrepreneur, especially. There's no reason why you couldn't start tomorrow. Even if you still go to school, you still have enough time to just start reaching out, start sending emails, have your services, cold call whenever you can. There's no reason not to, right? So, or again, if you want to go to the gym, quit smoking, whatever. Don't think I'll quit smoking January 1st, which is in like, two and a half months. Like, quit today, quit tomorrow, because if you wait for that specific day, it's just going to be, that's not going to work, right? Because then you always find an excuse to, I'll start next week instead of today. So, just start. That's the one thing. And secondly, find someone or a group that actually helps you and is brutally honest to you, and pushes you to keep going, because it is just our human nature to sometimes doubt ourselves. I had that myself as well. Like, the coaching business is that, I know I love doing it. I really know it, but, what could I help people with? What's my specialty? What's the main thing? And, just doubting yourself is just normal as a human, right? But having someone to actually look over your shoulder and give you a little push whenever you have those doubts will really, really help. So, if you can, like, join a group, find a business coach, find a mentor, if you have, the financial means to do so. But if you don't have money yet, then find a friend, who you really, really trust, and tell them, listen, I want you to be brutally honest with me. These are my goals, and I want you to keep me accountable. Even if that means that, you say, this is what I have to do every single day, and if I don't, I'll have to pay you, €1, $1, $5, whatever. It doesn't have to hurt financially, but at least there has to be a consequence. Plus, you're letting that friend down, you're letting that person down, and especially if you get like a mentor, a business coach, you're wasting his time, and your money. But trust me, when you have like a business coach and you don't do what you were supposed to do, then just the fact that you sort of let someone down, that hurts as well, right? And that makes it even more difficult. So it's really, really good to have someone to keep you accountable, and to really make sure that you just start. So one of the things that I also realized, because what I've actually been doing lately, is I actually started watching my old YouTube videos, and I started watching the recordings of my Facebook groups, and listen to what I actually advise others, and then really think to myself, am I taking my own advice? And more often, probably more often not than I did, I just didn't take it, or only half, right? So one of the things I did, I have a business coach, but it's basically about this business, sort of, because, I had tunnel vision here, but I have to make that broader, right? So talk to the coach and say, listen, I want to not just grow this, but I also want to reskill the coaching business, for example. So that to me is also a thing that I just realized when I was thinking about this video, like what I wanted to say. So yeah, like, please, there's so many things that you can regret later. And the main thing, I know it's a cliche, but the main thing that you'll regret is just not starting something. And yes, maybe your business won't take off straight away, and maybe your first business won't be a success. Maybe your second business won't be a success, right? But if you never try, you never know. And there's nothing worse, and trust me, I know this out of experience. I can tell you this out of experience. There's nothing worse than planning for a business, or an app in my case, but for a year or 2 years. Keep on tweaking because you think that you know what other people want, and then once you finally launch it, no one cares. I mean, that hurts, trust me, because you've just wasted like 2 years of your time. And if you just would have launched after one, in case of an app, you actually need some work, but if we would have launched, released this super simple version, we would have found out that people didn't like it. Or they might have told us, listen, the concept is cool, but we want these features. Same with your business, just start reaching out and hear what they say. It's so much better than, just waiting and just keep on planning and getting more knowledge in, and then maybe someone else steals your idea and becomes super successful, and you'll hate yourself forever. Or you'll spend the rest of your life actually wondering whether what you've done is actually, makes sense. Or if you shouldn't, you'll never know whether it would have been a success. So yeah, I think that's the main thing I wanted to share with you today. Please don't make the mistake I just made last year, and I also made that mistake, countless times. Stop procrastinating. Have someone to kick you in the ass if need be, to make sure you keep doing what you do. And here's something that I'll tell you to do. Write down in the comments, write down what you really want to achieve in the next couple of weeks. What is it that you want to start or stop doing? And then in about a month, I'll create another video, and I'll actually ask you to go back to this video and see if you've actually done what you've done. So I'll try and keep you accountable here. I think that hopefully that will help a bit. And again, find someone who could help you. And yeah, that's just what I wanted to share today. Please listen to this advice. I know that I will this time. And yeah, one of the things that I also promise is that I will be creating videos every single week. So yeah, if you like this, and if you like my videos, please subscribe. It actually does help me. Leave a comment. What's the one thing that you want to do? And I will talk to everybody next week.